Okay, so using a computer, using a calculator. So I've divided this into two parts. One is just basic, and then the second one is more for trigonometry. So hopefully your calculator will look like this. So first off, this is not like a usual desktop calculator. So for example, if you put into the calculator 2 plus 3 times 4, now in a desktop calculator it will do this in order. Okay, the scientific calculator has been pre-programmed with BODMAS, so it understands that this must be done first and will give you the correct answer. Okay, so you don't need to worry about BODMAS. You can type in a calculation and it will give you the right answer. Now, first off, just using various keys. Now, for example, if you want to square something, so let's say we've got 8 squared. Okay, now what you would do is you would press 8, and then up here you've got x squared, so you press that. Okay, so you would press 8 and then the x squared, and it will give you this, okay, in this form. You then hit equals, and then it will give you the answer 64. Now, for example, if you've got 3 cubed, now obviously this button isn't any good to us because it's x squared. But if you look up here, we have a cubed button. So the same as we did before, we press 3, then x cubed, and in your display up here it will give you 3 cubed. You hit equals, and that will give you 27, because 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3. Now, for example, if you've got 4 to the power of 7, now we don't have x to the power of 7, because otherwise this calculator will be scattered with buttons, all with various powers. But you'll see a button here with x, okay, and it will have a little white square like that. Okay, now if we want 4 to the power of 7, we put 4, we hit this button, and it will do this. It will go 4, and then this will flash because it's asking what power. So you press this button, and then you press 7. Okay, so you press 4, hit this button, the icon here will flash. It's asking what power do you want, so you press 7. It will then give you this, so it will go 4, 7. You hit equals, and then you get an answer. How many of you thought I actually knew what that was? Okay, so powers are very, very simple. We have squared, cubed, and to any other power. Now, if we want to find the root of a number, we have this button here. Okay, so we have the root sign, and again a little white square inside of here. So for example, if we want the root of 144, now what we do is we press root, and it will come up with root, and then you type in 144 okay, and it will come up as this. You press equals and you get the answer 12. Okay, so if I wanted the root, say, of 8.1, I have no idea what that is. I know it's 2 and a bit, but that's about it. So I press root and you'll get the root sign, and it will flash in here asking you the root of what. So you then push in 8.1, you hit equals, and then you'll get your answer. Okay, so that's fairly simple. So squaring something and finding the root of something is fine. Okay, so at the moment, for what you're doing at the moment, this is probably ample for you. Now, there have been a few questions where you've had, usually on the estimating questions, you'll have 4.81 multiplied by the root of 8.1, all divided by 9.6 times 3.2. Okay, now it might say give your answer as the calculator tells you. Now, I'm a belt and braces type of man, so what I would do is I would go 4.81 multiplied by, and then you put in root 8.1, and then I would say equals, and I would get my answer. I would then go 9.6 times 3.2, and that would also give me an answer. Now obviously it's this answer over this answer, so it's this number divided by this number, and you'll have two sets of numbers here obviously, and then you'll get a definitive answer, and then you give them the answer according to the degree of accuracy that they want. Now you can put this whole thing into your calculator. You can put in 4.81 multiplied by the root of 8.1 divided by 9.6 times 3.2. But the problem with this is that you then have to start using brackets. So I don't really want you to get too involved with this. And also for examination purposes, examiners want to know how did you get to this answer. So it's well worth dividing this up into two parts and then coming to an answer. Okay. The reason that we have to use brackets is that the calculator will assume that this is 4.81 multiplied by the root of 8.1, then divided by 9.6, and then that answer is multiplied by 3.2. So this is why we need to put brackets in. Okay. Now for what you're doing at this level, you don't really need to get involved in brackets. Now the one thing that I would recommend you do, and a lot of students get this, is, for example, if you've got 4 divided by 5, okay, and you hit equals, it will give you a fractional answer. It will give you an answer of 4/5. Now this is quite useful, but you will probably want a decimal answer. Now you have a button down here which has SD. Okay, so you can press SD and it will switch the display from this to a decimal answer, so you will get 0.8. Now if you want your answer always to be decimal, and pretty much all the time your answer will need to be decimal, you need to reset your calculator, and this is very, very easy. Okay, so to reset your calculator so that you always get a decimal answer first, you press Shift, then you press Setup, and then you press the number 2. So you'll see here in yellow Shift, and then here you've got mode and setup, so you've got setup. So you press Shift and after that setup, and then you press the number 2. Okay, it will then go blank, so you just clear, and then all your answers will come out decimal. If you want them fractional, you just press SD. Okay, now I call it switch display. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but I call it switch display, and it will change your answer from 0.8 to 4.5, and it will give you 4, and it will actually write a fraction like that, 4/5. Okay, I hope that's helped. A lot of these buttons you won't use, absolute you won't use, logs you won't use, engineering you won't use, hyperbolic functions you won't use. So there's a lot there that you will never use. Okay, in the calculator paper, roots, squares, powers, sine, cosine and tangent are the ones that you need. Okay, so I'll put that in the advanced calculator, and I'll put that in after Christmas, because up until now you will only be dealing with real numbers. Okay, so I hope that's helped. I'm sorry I can't do this with an actual calculator. I don't have a camera, but I hope this helps. Play with it. Okay, you can't break it. All you need to do is keep pressing clear and everything will disappear. Okay, so you can't break it. So just play with it and you'll be fine. Okay, I hope that helps, and good luck.